Hello everyone, I've got magic for you today. We're talking about none other than Masunaga Masters of Craft Model 001 Color A, the brushed gunmetal and burgundy. But look at the tint that we did, wine gradient, 60-25 fade, Transitions XTRActive Grey. Don't go anywhere. Hello and welcome to the Hicks Brunson Eyewear YouTube channel. I am your friendly neighborhood optician, Daniel Brunson, and on this channel I like to talk about my favorite indie eyewear brands, cool things with lens technologies, especially custom tinted Transitions lenses, which is the topic of today's video. We're talking about none other than legendary Japanese brand Masunaga. They make beautiful eyewear. This brand goes back over 100 years. I'm wearing one of their pieces today, which is my favorite piece in my personal collection. This is the iconic 000. This frame's been around, guys, since the 1960s. It is perhaps more popular than it's ever been. I know it's more popular than it's ever been for us here at Hicks Brunson Eyewear. They make it in many colorways. We stock all of them when they're not on back order, which many of them are right now. But this color, the polished black, is about to be restocked, I think, here in the next day or two, so it should be available as of you're seeing this video. Check it out. I've done videos on Masunaga, the brand I'll link to, but today I'm talking about something very special that Masunaga debuted in late 2024. I'm talking about Masters of Craft. Masunaga created a capsule collection, 3 styles. It launched in late 2024, very beautiful limited edition pieces. Some of these pieces, they only made about 150 in each colorway. The finest in Japanese titanium, gold plating, combination acetate metal pieces, brand new innovative nose pad piece designed. They're stunning, and we're gonna talk about Model 001 Color A. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. Masunaga Masters of Craft, MOC. This is the box that you get when you purchase a Masters of Craft frame, and it's going to open like so, and inside you're going to have your certificate of authenticity, your leather case, your Masters of Craft logo, which the design, I'll show you this design also is featured on the eyewear itself. It was inspired by a race car steering wheel, and it combines the MOC letters into a steering wheel-like logo. If you look at your certificate right here in the box, it's going to tell you that this Model 001A is number 111 of 150 pieces that were made. That same number will be inscribed on the frame itself. This is the leather case. This is the Masters of Craft logo once again, and beautiful stitching work. You can see the Masunaga name embossed down here with the MOC letters. So we open it up, and let's take a look at this 001. And the magic that we made was the tint, the lens tint that we did, which I'll get into very, very soon. Let's just open this up, and let's just take a moment to look at this design. This is a navigator shape. It's been the most popular of the 3 styles for us here at Hicks Brunson Eyewear Model 001. So it is a navigator, boxy, double bar. There is that beautiful new innovative nose pad design I told you about. It's got 2 panels. It's got a gunmetal color back layer and then a gold-plated front layer with carved ridges to get better grip on the nose. There are carved ridges and the acetate temple tips right through here to get better grip on the back of the head. It is a 56i 56i 18 bridge. So it's a good sunglass size, and you can do so many fun things. I've done different tinted color lenses for this frame and other frames in the series, which I will link to. I've also done a full review for those of you interested in seeing the rest of the pieces in the Masunaga Masters of Craft collection. I've done a full review on the collection, which I'll link to in the box if you want to see the other 2 styles. Again, we're looking at Model 001 Color A, which is brushed gunmetal and burgundy. So a lot of brushed gunmetal here, gold-plated hinge, gold-plated top bar, bridge bar, nose pad panels, little gold plating here. The collection features like a nice thick eye wire with racing stripe lines that run around the edge of the eye wire. So it was all very sports race car inspired, this collection. Absolutely stunning, beautiful craftsmanship. Only the best from Masunaga. All right, now let's take a look at the lens tint that we did. I'm just going to hold it up in front of a white backdrop here so you can really see the color. Try to get my fingers out of the way there. All right, so this is a color that we call wine gradient, and we did it on a fade. So the top, we did about a 60% density. We faded to about a 25% density. Beautiful natural gradient. We kind of put the fade just below that halfway point in the middle. I'm so pleased with how it turned out, because the burgundy, you have a dark burgundy acetate rim, temple tip, and then you can see the dark burgundy rim all the way around the lenses on the frame front. So, you know, sometimes I think about what do you want to do with tints. You don't always want to do like matchy everything, but the wine gradient, I feel like it complements the burgundy next to the gunmetal, next to the gold so well. Complements it so well. So we'll just take a look at it on. And for those of you that have followed the channel for a while, first of all, thank you so much for subscribing and watching. If you're not a subscriber already, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. But for those of you that have followed the channel for a while, you know I've talked a little bit about how much I like different tint colors for different reasons. The burgundy color, it's a very rosy color, and it's one of those colors that when you look through it, it actually produces very sharp clarity because it is more of a high contrast color. So good for driving. It's a good color for anything out on the road, running, cycling. It just produces a very sharp view of the road, every contour, every crevice. And not only that, it actually kind of makes you feel good looking through it, unless you're a person who doesn't like the view of the world through a ruby color or a rose color or a wine, in this case, color tint. But most people find it very pleasing, very soothing, and it kind of releases some, I know this has been looked at before, when we look through rose-colored glasses, we actually do have something that's released in the body and the brain that kind of produces a feel-good hormone. And you know, I don't know about the science of it, but I've heard it described that way before when I've briefly looked into it. Like there's a cliche, view the world through rose-colored glasses, but it's actually based on a real feeling that most people get when they look through this type of tint. So it came together so well. I love how it looks, and I want to look now at what we did with the transitions component. So I'm going to throw the UV light on there. And we used a Transitions XTRActive Grey. So I'm going to do one side first. And I might also mention, for this client, we did Eisen Plus lenses for him. And for those of you that are not aware of what an Eisen Plus lens, it's a type of power boost lens. It's a single vision lens, but it has a little bit of an add or a reading correction, a little power boost in the bottom so that he'll be able to read things more comfortably when he's looking at things up close. That's the Eisen Plus. It's one of a few different brands available in power boost lenses, and I'll link to a video if you want to learn more about power boost lenses. I'll link to one of my videos that I've made where I describe 4 different brands of power boost lenses if you want to learn more about those. But oh, look at that. Transitions XTRActive Grey outside, wine gradient inside, or wine gradient in low light conditions. So this will make a great sunglass. And it's really interesting, because even though we've got that XTRActive Grey, I'm just going to keep one side activated here so we can get the contrast. Even though we've got that XTRActive Grey, when we take it all the way to its maximum darkness, you'll notice there's such a, when we start out with that 65% wine, you can almost sort of still see the wine color. The gray doesn't completely black out the wine. It doesn't completely absorb it. You can almost still kind of see the wine. And I'll see if I can get a perspective of looking through the lens or show you what it looks like outdoors here. In fact, let's do that right now. Okay, so I'll step outside for a little bit here. It's kind of hot already, so not going to last too long, but I want to get a look at that wine gradient tint in the natural sunlight here. I'm standing in the shade right now. And let's see. Oh, there's the sun. Look at that. It really is quite a pleasing color. I love the way it looks. Let me see if I can give you a point of view looking through it. All right, so let's see, there we go. There's that wine gradient. So there's without, there's with, and you see what I mean when I talk about what a nice color this is for high contrast and clarity. I don't have much of the activation of the extra active gray color right here. This is pretty much all ruby. Let's see if we can tell a little bit more because I'm back in the shadows, but I think you guys know what it looks like looking through a gray color. So this is just beautiful. Really a functional pair of glasses, but also quite a good looking pair of glasses for all the reasons previously mentioned. All right, so there you have it. That's the Masters of Craft Model 001 in the Burgundy brushed gunmetal with the wine gradient tint combined with Transitions XTRActive Grey. What do you think of that look? Do you like that? Is that something that you would consider wearing for yourself? It's gonna make a very good driving glass for our client. I can tell you that for sure. Very practical, but also just really good looking. I can't get over how good this look turned out. I just love the whole vibe of it. Is this something that you would do? What do y'all think of this? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next video.